G'day, it's Jay and welcome back to Derriere Farms, where today we're going to take a look at Giant's latest blog, Planting and Harvesting, and the new tree types that come in the game, or will be coming into the game, the Platinum DLC. And while you can read the blog for yourself if you want to, I'm going to go over it because I think it gives us a few more hints. Is that the right way to say it? Of what's coming if you read between the lines. Now, the Platinum DLC is not far away. It's, 18 days away? So if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you are, because we are going to be covering the Platinum DLC right up till it's released, and then we're going to be playing it when it is released. So remember to subscribe. Secondly, I'm going to put a link down below. Merch is now available for Derriere Farms. And you can get a discount using the coupon code FS2022 on any of the Derriere Farms merchandise, because you are a viewer of my channel. That's not a discount available to anybody else. All right, so the three new trees we have are the lodgepole pine, the ponderosa pine, and the sequoia fir. As the blog tells us, these trees are available from the store in new pallets of saplings with 240 pieces of saplings in them. And like I said, we'll go over what they describe as each tree type. So the ponderosa pine, the one in the middle, is a rather large pine. It's native to northwestern United States and Canada, and it is mostly used for building and firewood. Does that mean we are going to have a production facility that makes firewood and a use for it? I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see, but I don't think Giants would mention firewood if there wasn't going to be a use for it.
I do think so.
The lodgepole pine, again, is also very common in western North America, mainly on the shoreline. It's also a very large tree, from what I've been reading, and it is used in rural areas for log cabins, posts, fences, lumber, and firewood. In some parts of the world, it is also popular for reforestation purposes. That's because it grows fairly quickly. So again, firewood is mentioned. Lumber, well, we already know we're going to get new lumber types. Log cabins, we know we're going to have to reconstruct something based on some of the previews they have given us. So construction products are most likely going to be a feature to rebuild the roller coaster. And lastly, the sequoia. It's the largest of the redwoods anywhere on the planet. They're endangered and have been cultivated beyond their native habitats. They are not supposed to be chopped down, but a great choice for reforestation. Now, we know again from previous blogs that Giants have released that there will be an option to cut these trees down. What they will be used for besides reforestation, I don't know. Nor do we have any growth times. Planting is more easy than ever, according to the rest of this. There are multiple machines we can use. Here's a picture of a Volvo $250DL with the new planting header attached to it. There is this, I'm going to go into a video, a quick screenshot of it being used later on, and these are the other attachments that come with the game or the Platinum Edition. Now remember, the Platinum Edition is either part of the Season's Pass. It can be purchased independently if you don't have the Season's Pass. And if you don't have Farming Simulator at all, you can purchase the Platinum Edition as a full game. So there's a cutting header, a grab, another cutting header, and then the TMC Kinsella THX 180, and that is a mulcher. So if we scroll down, we can see, well, let's scroll down a little bit further, and we can see the planting machine loading in the second screenshot. You can see the saplings disappearing out of the pallet and loading into the rustic header or planting machine. I think this is going to be a great addition to the game, because if any of you have tried tree planting right now with existing equipment, you have to load a pallet, you drag it behind you in a tractor, and it lays out trees at a set distance. This should allow you, if it's on the skidder, it should allow you to plant trees where you actually want to. I don't know if there's going to be a maximum distance or a minimum, obviously no maximum distance, but if there's going to be a minimum distance between how far apart you have to plant these trees. And then the blog kind of goes into what we already know in terms of what we have in terms of harvesting equipment that's coming with the game. I like this one, the Impex Hannibal T50. It's tracked, so is the Volvo Color P60. Well, actually, there's 4 tracked vehicles coming. The 380DL and Harvesting Head, and the Komatsu 911.5 X3M. Those are all tracked and should definitely help getting around. And then, of course, we have the Komatsu 951, which is your standard wheel tree cutter. We have seen some of these pieces of equipment in the game, and my guess is, depending on the type of header you put on, will depend on the size of the tree you cut down. The Impex Hannibal T50, and I'm guessing the Volvo will be the largest tree cutters, but again, this is just speculation. Nothing is confirmed as to what we're getting. Alright, in this screenshot, again, we won't go over the headers, but you can see what was shown off at Gamescom or FarmCon as the green indicator that now shows you when you're lined up properly to be able to cut down a tree. I am going to be trying it out in the next video because I want to see whether harvesting really is going to be easier using the equipment we already have in the game, because patch 1.8.1 introduces a lot of these features. In this screenshot, we can see how the headers now actually tilt to be able to pick up trees that are lying flat on the ground and then be able to cut them. Also, cutting lengths are going to be a lot more variable than they were. You'll be able to cycle to bigger or smaller without having to, how do I put this, go through the whole process. So in other words, if you want to go from 3 meters to 2, you're not going to have to go 4 meters, 6 meters, 8 meters, and back to 2. You'll be able to go 3, 2, which I think is going to be a very handy feature. Now, remember, I don't know what Giants have planned. There's a lot that they're still keeping secret, and we know right now the bigger the piece of wood, the more valuable it is. So it'll be curious to see why or what they have intended or are intending for smaller pieces of wood. Here's a picture of the tree cutter actually lining up with a tree. Grabbing a tree, this is what I really like, and I wanted to talk about it when we talked about the headers, but grabbing a tree automatically is now going to be easy according to Giants. The yellow, I think it looked green in the preview video they gave, but it looks yellow there, and it looks green up here. But it gives you a predefined aiming area to target your cutter at, and then hopefully it's just a matter of pushing a button and it will automatically line up and cut the tree. Like I said, I'm going to try this out. I'm having trouble getting patch 1.81 downloaded and installed. For some reason, I don't know why. It's conflicting with something. And then what I think is probably going to be my favorite, because it allows you to grab two trees, is the John Deere Fella Buncher. So those are the new features that are coming. I definitely like the new planting system. And like I said, I'm curious to know what is intended with the mention of firewood. Is that going to be, like I said, a whole new production? Or is it just going to be a byproduct of forestry? I guess only time will tell, so we will have to stay tuned. And like I said, make sure you're subscribed, because we will cover these features as soon as we know more details about them. So, hopefully this video has piqued your curiosity. If it has, give it a like. And by giving a like, you will have my eternal gratitude. It really helps the algorithm out. And remember to subscribe so we get as much information as possible about the new DLC over the next weeks, and then when it comes out and we can actually start playing it. So thanks for watching. Take care. Jay.